Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Tuesday, the 14th of March, 2023. Monday is out of the way for people here in Thailand. Of course, some of you it might still be Monday, but it's Tuesday morning here in Bangkok, and I should get on with the game of Sudoku, the medium level game of Sudoku from the Guardian in just a second. And you should know that usually it is a pretty easy game on a Tuesday. Now, we've been wrong on this occasionally, but in general it tends to be an easy level game that they mark as medium. We'll see if that holds as true in just a moment. I've never been a very athletic person. I like to go swimming now as often as I can. I discovered swimming later in life. I hated it when I was a kid. And apart from playing tennis for a few years in my young teens, I was useless at everything else, I must admit. And I hated sports at school. I really disliked it, especially things like cross-country running. Oh my God, they used to take us in a van. Actually, our school had its own sports field outside London that we used to go to sometimes, and then they would tell us to go cross-country running around that area since it was in the countryside, and oh God, I hated it so much. But other things I really disliked were running and jumping and stuff like that. I was never any good at any of those things. Not too terrible, I suppose, at long jump. I was quite tall, and so that gave me a slight advantage at long jump. And you might think the high jump too, but I was never any good at high jump. But one thing I do remember was when people suggested I should try the Fosbury flop. And I always thought, what on earth are you talking about? Fosbury flop. I thought it might be a hairstyle or something like that. But no, it turns out it was a way of jumping backwards for the high jump. Instead of going forwards and straddling over where you can kind of look down at the bar, you run, turn around and jump over backwards, which actually I thought was a much more intuitive way of doing it somehow or another. But of course, the person who invented it was really revolutionary in his idea of how to jump over a bar. Seems like a great thing to do, but yeah. And Dick Fosbury, unfortunately, died yesterday, or maybe today, if it's still the same day for you, aged 76. I must admit, I thought he would have been older. I mean, I just imagined that he would have been in his 80s by now. But I guess he was very young when he won his Olympic medal with his special technique, the Fosbury flop, jumping over backwards. Anyway, I did manage to jump over a few bars, but I never got very high. I never got anywhere with high jump. And being rather well behaved, I never even heard that phrase, "you're for the high jump," very often. But anyway, let's get on with the game of Sudoku. As I said, it's a medium level, classed as medium level, but it's usually very easy. Now, if you've never played Sudoku before, I would check out yesterday's game where I gave a detailed explanation of how to find the basic the basic idea of Sudoku and how to find numbers. But I'm not going to bother to do that again today, so just check out yesterday's game if you have never played the game before. But I'll assume now you at least know the rules of Sudoku, and then I can get on with it like that. So you can see sevens blocking down like this. That's going to put a 7 into that square there, and then these two sevens block across, and that's going to put a 7 into that square there. And that's how we're going to begin today's Sudoku. Now, 9 blocks across here like this, and that gives us a 9 in that square. And we only have one more. Digit left for this block here. It looks to be a 3. So there we are. That's a good start, isn't it? We've got one block filled in already. Now, let's go up here with the 8s, I think, and 8 across here, and that's going to give me an 8 in that square there. Now 8 blocks down here and down here, so that gives us an 8 in that square, and then we can take the 8s and drag them sidewards off to the right, and that will give us an 8 in that square. And let's finish off the 8s in like this. Okay, that's 8 out of the way now. We have 4 blocking across here and 4 blocking down here, so that's going to put a 4 in that square. Then we can take the 4s and drag them off to the left, and we have 1 blocking down. That gives us a 4 in that square. If this looks a bit fast for you, if you're a newcomer to Sudoku, remember you can always stop, pause, and go back if you want to. Now we have just 1 empty digit for this row, and I think it's a 5. Right, and let's see what else we can do. Right, now we have the 1s blocking across here, so that's going to put a 1 into that square there. And we will be left here with 3 and 6. So we've got 6 up on high, blocking down here, and that puts the 6 into that square, and the 3 goes here. There's 1 number left for this bottom row, and that is going to be a 2. And then left at the bottom here, we're going to have 3 and 5, which we can't get just yet, because we don't have any 3s or 5s up here. But anyway, we've made a pretty good start, I think. Now, in this column here, we are lacking 2, 7, and 9. That's what we don't have for this column, but we see 2 and 7 in this row together, so we know that this square can't be 2, can't be 7, and therefore must be 9. Then we can take the 9s blocking up here and across here, and get ourselves a 9 in that square there. We also have 9 up here and down here, and that's going to put a 9 into that square there. We can't finish off the 9s because we'll be left with them in this kind of pattern. But we can say 3 blocks this square here, and we don't yet have a 3 in this row, so we'll put our 3 there, and then the last number to place here is going to be a 6. Now the 3 that we've got here blocks down here, so we can say the 3 goes here. And we know that the 5 is the last number here. Now we'll take that 5 going up, 5 up here, and 5 across here. Means that this is the location of 5. There are 2 numbers left for this column. The missing numbers are 1 and 3. Oh, by the way, we've got a 1 blocking up here. Let's do that first. We've got a 1 there. We know that 1 and 3 go here, but now we just need 1 square. 1 number to fill up here, and that's going to be a 6. Okay, now we know this is 1 and 3, so the missing number here has to be a 4. Now we've got 4 blocking across like this and up here, and that puts a 4 into that square there. Then the 4's down, up, and across. I think this is the last 4 that we need. Yes, that was indeed the last 4. Right, let's have a look over. Alright, let's just click on the digits and see where it leads. Okay. So we definitely have 1s in those squares there, and 1s in those squares there. 2s. We have 2 up here, and across here, so that puts a 2 into that square there. Then 2's across here and up here like this, gives us a 2 there. 2 down here, 2 up here, and that puts a 2 into that square. And then the 2 across here puts the 2 here. That's the final digit, 2. Missing from here now is a 6. 6 across here and up here puts the 6 into that square there. 6 up here, and across these 2 rows give us the 6 there. And that's the final 6. Over here we're just looking for a 7. So 7 across here and 7 across here means that that's got to be our 7. Can't finish the 7s though, because we'll be left with them in these squares there. What's missing from here and here? 1 and 3. We've got 1 blocking up here, so the 1 goes here. 1 blocks across here, and that puts the 1 there. And we also need a 3 there and a 3 there. And then there's 3 across here and 3 up here, so that gives us a 3 there. Now there's only 1 digit to fill in this column. That's a 5, I believe. Right, and then we have 5 across here and 5 up here, so that puts a 5 into that square. 5 down here, 5 up here gives us a 5 there. 5s are all done. Now there's just 1 digit missing here. It's going to be a 1. And we also have 1 blocking up here and 1 across here, giving us a 1 in that square. Now there's 1 more number left here, which is a 9. And so we take the 9 down, 9 across, and that gives us a 9 here. In this column, we just need a 3. 3 blocks across here, and we place a 3 here. And then we just need a 7 to finish this block, or this row, or this column, and then a 7 to finish the game. So that's our medium level puzzle from The Guardian for Tuesday. Please join me later for other trickier Sudoku puzzles. Bye bye.